Welcome back, guys. Reeve has just released this ability where you can add effects to your images and you can actually control them as well, like Photoshop. So it's pretty amazing. And also we're back in Higgsfield where they just released Mixed Media where you're able to apply effects onto your videos. All right, guys, welcome to the Sketch Lab. So we are in Reeve. So all you got to do is go to reve.com. I will leave the link in the description below. So really easy user interface. And on your left-hand side, you'll see where it says Reimagine Reality. That's where all the magic happens. You can enter your prompt, your request. It also has a built-in AI agent, which I love about Reeve. And you can go back and forth with the AI agent to like what you want. So it's basically your design assistant. So they just released effects where you're able to use their presets. It's almost like Photoshop, where you can add effects to your images and you can also customize them as well. So you'll see that in a minute. So I'm a big fan of Death Stranding, and if you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. I love that game. I love the story. So I actually made myself into the character. And so here's me as the character in the game. And so we're going to play around with that image. So we're going to go here and click attach. And that's where you upload your image. So we're going to upload. So where it says upload files, click that. All right. So once you upload your image, you can kind of click that image. And there you go. It is uploaded. And on the bottom here, on your right-hand side, it says Edit, Effects, Vary, Background, and Upscale. So all you need to do is click Effects, and then you have a series of effects that will appear on your right-hand side. Okay, so, but to be perfectly honest with you guys, this site seems to be pretty laggy for some reason.
10 hours later.
I mean, it's right now, we're at at one point it was at like 700 megabytes for this site, which is pretty ridiculous for a website. But if you hover over these, you can see the effect and you can see, what it would look like. So let's try this one, halftone, and you can change the intensity. You can change the opacity. I will call this opacity. Of the effect, your dot frequency. So each setting is unique based on what the effect is. So you have dot frequency in this one. You have dot size, registration, change the color like the cyan, magenta. So you can really customize the effect. And so the cool thing about Reeve is that you can actually create your own effect, so based on an image. So we'll go ahead and do that. So I have a couple effects that I found that I wanted to experiment with, and so this is the one I wanted to use. It's like a warpy scan line image. So what you want to type in is create an adjustable effects based on image 2. Okay, so every time you upload an image, it'll automatically label it as a number. So the reference image is number 2. So I would just go ahead and just type in @2 and then go ahead and click send. So right now it's analyzing the image, and it's actually coding the actual effect, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if it has a built-in Gemini where it does all the custom coding inside. So I've never seen that before in any platforms. Reeve has been pretty sneaky with their development. All right, so it took a while to get the effect going. So so this site is absolutely lagging. It's really buggy right now for some reason. So they should have tested this site out before they do a public release because it's really buggy. and I asked for an effect and it's not doing it. So it's not looking like the this. Yeah, see, it's how it's freezing up. Yeah, so this side is really buggy right now. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's unfortunate. And let's see here. So the site is really buggy right now, but you know, that's the thing with SketchLab. You know, it's just everything is not going to be all smooth, and there's going to be some failed attempts. Obviously, I will wait a little while until things kind of cool down because it seemed like it's kind of being overloaded. So we're going to switch over to Higsfield. So we are back in Higsfield, and they have just released Mixed Media Studio, where you can apply effects on your videos, which is amazing. When you go over here, click into Mixed Media on top, and you can see all the available presets, and I believe there's about 30 of them. Look like AI is entering into motion graphics. You can tweak these effects as far as like color. So if you click this one here, you can click the background color, the mid-layer color, and the main object color. You can also change the frame rate on these effects and these videos. So you can go from 4 to 24 frames per second. You can also do it manually as well. I have created a couple examples, and here's one with the Cyclops, and I applied the lava effect, which came out really nice. So I think that one was 12 frames per second. So I did one with the Rachel Summer, Sadie Sink as Rachel Summers. So I applied this effect. It's the layer mixed effect, and that's going on to 8 frames per second. But I love this look. I mean, it's great for, I think, like music videos. I think it's great for like title sequence animations, really anything, honestly. But all right, so I'll show you on how to use this. Your duration limit is up to 10 seconds. All right, so I have uploaded a video, but it's longer than 10 seconds. But the great thing is that you can actually just select which part of that video you want to select. So there's an old project I did called Echoes of the Frontier. It's like one of my first AI video projects, and it was really fun to do. But I have like this Clint Eastwood at the end. So I wanted to kind of use that part and see, you know, what it would do. But some of these effects remind me of like those spaghetti western kind of you know, vibe, and some like Quentin Tarantino kind of vibe, especially the mixed layer effect. So we're gonna go ahead and use that one. All right, so now that I have uploaded the video, you can click 1K, 2K, 4K. So I'm going to select 4K resolution. So you can select your color, or you can describe the color. So for its background color, I'll leave that white. For mid layer, I'll probably select maybe like something like a little, I don't know, brownish. Main object color black. You could try that, and I'll go ahead, and you can actually preview what that effect will look like on your image, which is great. So on your bottom left hand corner, you'll have that little like play button looking thing. So you hit generate preview frame, and that'll take about 4 credits if it's 4K. If it's 1K to 2K, that's 2 credits. So that's cool. So it actually previews the cost, which is pretty fair. And so I'll go ahead and select that and generate that frame. All right, so here's the generated frame here. Looks pretty cool. Now we can change the background color. Let's see if I can probably make it red. Right. Oh, no, let's reset this to see how that is. So we got the background. layer. Yeah, let's do red background. Just a little bit more dramatic. And then we'll do a brown. Brown, yes. That. Let's do that. No, let's do white. Let's do white. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and preview that image. All right, so here's the other result here. So you can kind of see the difference. And yeah, I think that came out pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's move forward with this and we'll turn this into a video. So on your right-hand side, let me move myself over. On your right-hand side, it'll say turn to video. So go ahead and click that. Generate. All right, so we have the generation complete. And I also have another one that I just generated as well. So here's the one that we looked at. And yeah, it came out great. So just imagine this as a like a title sequence animation, like an intro to a show or a movie, and you know, you have your castings and things like that. So you know, these are the things that that this kind of tool is great for. So we've done, you know, we've gotten into VFX and things like that. So now we're getting into, you know, motion graphics, so which I'm excited about and looking forward to seeing more. So hopefully soon there will be like granular adjustments to these effects where it become your own and you can, you know, save them and use it for other projects as well. So, but this is a really good start and you kind of see where AI is heading into. So here's the other one. This is called 2-color. So yeah, I mean, this is amazing too. So, I mean, this would take a while to do in After Effects. It really would take a long time. But but you know, to generate these, it took a few minutes to generate these. So just a little bit of patience. You know, it's worth your while. So let's try one more. All right, so of course we're gonna do some Vanguard 0 and add an effect to the video here. All right, so we're gonna try Toxic, and so it's 8. So the setting for that specific effect is 8 frames per second. So I guess that's recommended for that effect. So we'll leave it at that. We'll do 2K, and then we'll go ahead and generate that. All right, so we have the generation completed with the Toxic effect, and see how that goes here. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Pretty crazy though. Yeah, so love to hear your thoughts about this mixed media tool in Higsfield, guys. Even Reeve, I know that Reeve has been buggy, and hopefully that they'll get that resolved soon so that we can go back and really dive deep into that. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you get the latest and greatest of the Sketch Lab. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.